Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel'sIrishPub.com. It's time for another movie review. Tonight's movie is Goon, the last of the Enforcers. So this is a sequel to a previous movie of, I think it was called Goon, but it's Seann William Scott from American Pie. You might know him from. Big fan of him. If you ever watch the MTV Cribs of Seann William Scott, that's when I started to really like this guy. I mean, I think he's funny in those movies, but when you see him live and does the MTV Cribs, it's hilarious. You have to watch it. Check it out. But this is a sequel about a hockey player who is like more of a thug or a goon, you know, who just roughs other players up. Close to retirement. He might be forced to retirement because there's another goon coming into the league or onto the team, whatever. I don't know. We're going to get back to that. As I start watching the movie, I'll check in with you and let you know. Alicia Cubert's in it, 24. You might know her from. T.J. Miller, he's very funny. Wyatt Russell from 22 Jump Street. And there's a lot of other actors and actresses. Jay Bruchel, who actually I think directs this movie or produces it. He's the director. So, you know, he's a good actor. I like him in a lot of different movies. So this should be, I'm excited about it. Let's get to the rating, 6.1 on IMDb. But I would think that other people wouldn't like this as much as maybe I would. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be great. You have to bear with me tonight if you're watching this. I actually went to a concert. I'm not going to tell you what concert I went to tonight. I'm a little embarrassed. But I did go to a concert. My ears are still ringing, so if I'm yelling at you, I apologize. And I'm going to try and make it through this movie and share with you what I see on the screen. If you want to know what concert I went to, leave it in the comments and ask me what concert and I will let you know. But otherwise, I'm going to start watching The Goon, the last of the Enforcers, and I'll check back in with you. Everybody, quick check-in here. Goon, the last of the Enforcers. We're at the 11-minute, 25-second mark. I know it's a little early for a check-in, but I kind of really excited about the movie. I told you about the actors and the actresses in it that, you know, Seann William Scott, loved him in a lot of the different movies, and the things that he's done. Alicia Kubert, I think, is excellent. You see her in 24 and some of the other things, but she also has a comedic side to her. I got to come back to that. Hold on. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're watching Goon, the last of the Enforcers. It is the 47-minute and 17-second mark. A lot has happened since the last time we checked in. Seann William Scott's character, who is Doug Glad, the hockey player. Last time we spoke, I believe he lost in a fight on the hockey rink, and since then had actually retired and left hockey. He actually was married and has a baby on the way, so his wife is pregnant, and he's preparing for that. He got a job, I believe, as a sales associate for an insurance company. A little out of his element, if you will, and has since got the itch to come back. So he started off in a fighting environment, so he was on the ice like other hockey players who fight. So part of the reason that he had retired is because his shoulder had bothered him, so he learned and trained how to get that shoulder back up to par, and then went back into the rink just to fight. It was just something they do on the side. But now at the 47-minute mark, he's rejoining the team. I know it's a little bit of the plot line there, but it is funny. I think I'm finding this movie very funny, very whimsical. I think I'm going to say his name right, Liv Schreiber. He plays Roy Donovan. Is in this movie, so he plays a prominent role. He's the one who helped train him up and get him back ready for hockey. But it's very entertaining. Another piece that I haven't told you about was the guy who beat Doug Glad in the fight that caused him to retire happened to be the owner of the team that Doug Glad was playing for, his son. So he played for a rival team. Since that has happened and he retired, they went out and got his son to be on the team, and he is currently playing for the same team Doug Glad previously played for, and now he's returning to the team. So some interesting aspects there in the hockey world, and we'll see how it plays out. But so far so good. I am finding it funny. So if at least the 47 minutes, I encourage you to watch that far and let you know how the rest goes. I'll check back in a little bit. Hey everybody, it's at the credits for the Goon, the last of the Enforcers. I really enjoyed the movie. Alicia Cuthbert didn't, I think I'm saying her name right, didn't really have a prominent role in this, but she was comical in the role that she did play. It was good. There's a lot more drama in the last third of the movie than what was in the first 2/3. When you're watching it, a lot more comedy and stuff like that. But then it kind of got into a little bit of drama, the fight at the end is just absurd. I don't know. It wasn't so over the top that it was supposed to be funny. It was more trying to be realistic. I don't know. This is my only criticism. It all built up to the final fight within the game before they're going to make the playoffs, and the two nemesis go together, Doug Glad and the guy who he lost the fight to in the beginning finally get the fight again at the end. But it was just it wasn't so bad that it was like ridiculous over the top. It was more serious and almost like a slasher flick, weird. That's my knock on it. But I did laugh throughout the film. I smiled a lot. I did like all of the characters. I liked the hockey background. I enjoyed the film. I think I said IMDb had it at a 6.1. I was on the verge of giving it an 8 throughout until that final piece. One thing that while the credits are going on, there are some bloopers in the post credits, so stick around for them. They're happening right now, or it just happened. So stick around for those. There are. I enjoy when they put the bloopers in the credits. But as I was saying, I was teetering on an 8 until that final fight scene. Very similar to Youngblood and what happens in that movie. If you haven't seen that, or if I'm dating myself, I apologize. But there's a final fight scene, and it was just over the top. It wasn't, I don't know, too much for me. I'm gonna tailor it back to a 7. But I think this is a movie that a lot of people might have never heard of. And if you haven't seen the first one wasn't great. Sean William Scott was in that one too as the main actor. It was good. I enjoyed it. I don't remember what I would give it as far as a rating, so you don't need to watch that one to watch this one. So if you like hockey, you like comedy, I would go ahead and give this one a try. I'm going to go with a 7 on it. Let me know what you think. Put your comments in there. If you ever figured out what concert I went to tonight, put your comments in there. Let me know what you think, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. But that's it for Goon, the Last Enforcer. Tune in next time for another movie review at KimmelsIrishPub.com.